Nothing could be finer than to be in Carolina for football on a cool October weekend. We are in Raleigh, North Carolina, the hypotenuse of America's Research Triangle, with just one experiment remaining in season 17 as the Florida Storm take on the Carolina Skyhawks. This is the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music as we welcome you to David A. Richardson Memorial Stadium here in downtown Raleigh. Up here in the broadcast booth, I'm Josh Circle. I'll be doing play-by-play. And joining me is my best friend in the whole world, Aaron Anderson. The AA, the SFL playoffs a week away, but Florida and Carolina still looking to scrape together all the momentum they can. And if Carolina wins today, they would finish 5-7 and still, believe it or not, have an outside shot at the season 17 playoffs.
Yeah, you've absolutely got the right of it. Florida coming into this game looking to try and clinch the number 2 seed with the first round bye with the win here over Carolina. As you mentioned, Carolina looking to keep their playoff hopes alive, but they need a lot of help to do it at 5-7.
And the rain is coming down here in Raleigh. Conditions certain to play a factor here this afternoon. Florida, who will benefit from Houston's victory over Mexico City just moments ago, getting sealed up. Florida has locked up the 2 seed and obviously has a first-round bye. But they are just playing for fun, games, pride, fabulous cash and prizes at this point. Their postseason already sewn up. They own the tiebreaker with Mexico City. They will be the 2 seed no matter what happens here today. And we are set to kick off. Carolina will get the ball first. They are in their home blacks from head to toe. Florida in white jerseys. And we are underway here in a rainstorm in Raleigh. Carolina will get this return out to the 25-yard line. And let's meet the Carolina Skyhawks offense. The wide receivers, Sam Avalos, Heath McDaniel Jr., and Harish Prasad. The tight ends, Tony Zoma and Vince DeSantis. The kickers, Whistle Jones. At halfback in his 6th season, Logan Jack. And a quarterback, Matt South. And he will start under center here at 1st and 10. The Florida defense looking ravenous. The Carolina, they're almost in perfect camouflage. Very difficult to see them here. We will do our best. Over the middle, that pass is complete. Matt South having no trouble seeing his receivers. And that is Harish Prasad on the board already. And it's a big first down for the Skyhawks.
Yeah, on-field visibility must be a lot different for Matt South and this Carolina crew as he throws an absolute dart in the hands of Harish Prasad 20 yards downfield. I think Florida may be having some trouble as well seeing the All Blacks of Carolina here in the rain.
South back under center on 1st and 10. Throws to Jack on the screen. And Jack with a very nice gain. He's going to get 8 yards there before finally being brought down in the Florida secondary. 2nd and 2.
Yeah, and that one a stop there by the corner Evan Carroll as Florida's defense going to look to try and put a stop to this Carolina drive early on.
3 tight ends for the Skyhawks. Jack in the backfield by his lonesome. 4-man rush. And Jack tipped, and that is intercepted. Logan Jack tipped the ball, allowing the defender to come up underneath and come away with the interception. That is Andrew Francis, his 7th interception of the season.
Yeah, Andrew Francis with just some nice persistence in the rain to keep an eye on that ball despite how awful conditions are here in Raleigh. And Florida it comes up in a big way on defense, stops the Carolina drive, and gets the ball just outside of midfield.
The Skyhawks fighting for their playoff lives. Surrender a turnover on their first offensive possession, and now it's Florida's turn, who will start with great field position at their own 44-yard line. Cochran will hand off to Boletsky. The bullet is going to get stopped in the backfield by Phil Hall. Let's go ahead and meet the Florida Storm offense. On the offensive line, Joseph Wade at guard and Greg McDonaldson at tackle. The punter is Marcus Agrippa. The kicker is Ethan Sneed. The wide receivers, Stephen Bush, E.J. Minson, and Justice Blackwell. The tight ends, Veritan Zarkov, Paulie Truth. Charlie Boletsky is still the halfback and a quarterback in his 9th SFL season. Rod Cochran, who will throw here on 2nd and 10, looking over the middle, and that is incomplete, intended for Bush. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, that one intended for Bush, like you said. I think the conditions here in Raleigh coming into play on that pass Very, very low visibility in this heavy downpour, and Florida's going to look to try and get something here on third down.
Yeah, forget about the visibility, Aaron. What about the ability to catch the football? Only one reception in this game so far. Past the line of scrimmage. Now 3rd and 10. Cochran, pump fake. Will try and go over the middle. Working like crazy to get that passing game going. But nothing doing there. That's Daniel Valentine, the free safety, the rookie, making the play there. And here comes the punt team for Florida.
Yeah, Carolina forcing a 3-and-out after the interception. A great defensive stop by them. But as it stands so far, this game's going to be miserable for both sides due to the conditions.
And that is a clutch 3-and-out, weather notwithstanding for the Carolina defense. Marcus Agrippa facing a little pressure on the punt, but gets it away. And Prasad from his own 15-yard line will get out to the 19. And that is where the next Carolina Skyhawk drive will begin. If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information, visit our website at simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. Right now, Matt South looking to put some offensive effort into this drive. Throwing to, that is not Lozenjack. That is Freddie Greer, the fullback. Catching on the left side. That's a pretty nice gain for a fullback reception. No offense there. It's 2nd and 5.
I mean, you've got the right of it. I don't usually get much more than that myself, but a great patience there by Logan Jack, despite the pressure coming from Florida's front three, is able to get that into the hands of his fullback for some nice yards.
Carolina in the heavy set here on 2nd and 5. Jack will get the handoff. The legs continue to churn as he gets past the marker. Fantastic run by the 6th-year halfback, and that's a fresh set of downs for Carolina.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be the MO for both of these teams, is try to get something working on the ground, not only because the rain's going to make it hard for some of these balls for both the quarterbacks and the receivers, but also just because of the visibility as well is going to play a factor in that.
South in the shotgun here, 3 wide receivers to his left here on 1st down. His own 30-yard line, 4-man rush for Florida, throwing out of bounds to Sam Avalos, and they're going to say he did not have possession while he was in the field of play. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, definitely think that was the right call there. Just a little too much